This is the best buyer's market I've ever seen.
Yep, it's happening right now, and we're gonna give you 5 reasons how you can notice it. Stay around for the 5th one because it's really good. If you're ever wondering when the right time to buy is, you probably should ask yourself a couple questions. But first, Jason, what's the first big tip to notice a buyer's market?
The biggest thing right now, and it usually happens in the summer, inventory levels of homes and condos on market is skyrocketing.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal.
It is. So if you're looking to buy in a specific neighborhood and there's 5 homes on the market, there's a lot more options, which means not everybody's gonna get multiple offers and not escalate over asking.
And so like numbers say right now, in the summer, normally inventory of homes, how many more homes are on the market during other times of the year is 20 to 35% more. Right now,
That's a lot.
It's even more. People are, right now, why? One of the reasons outside of the summertime, outside of my home looks better in the summer, that's why I wanna sell.
Yeah.
My kids are out of school, I have more time. Everybody is thinking that, so inventories rise, plus with all the chaos that's happening with tariffs and the war in the world, people are scared. So if you're a buyer and there's more inventory,
Yeah.
I would absolutely be considering buying right now.
I completely agree. And just to add a quick little off tip is, if especially in Washington State, right? Washington, you only have the sun
3 months a year?
3 months out of the year. So, you know, if I have sun, I'm not gonna go buy a house. I'm gonna go enjoy it with my friends, my family, and
Yeah.
then, you know, I'm not shopping at that time.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point. So if you just take a step back, I know if you're selling your house, you think the summer's the best, my house looks the best, and I already said that. But truthfully, and Chris is right, the sun's out in Washington State, the last thing you wanna do is go to an open house and look at homes. People do it, don't get me wrong, but the majority of people,
Yeah.
what do they wanna do? Go to the beach,
the
go on a
lake.
hike, go out and do something else.
Yeah.
Number 1, inventory is rising like crazy. Number 2, homes are sitting on the market longer than ever. In the summertime, homes sit on the market on average for 31 days. It doesn't seem like a lot, but other times of year, you're looking at a couple weeks.
Oh yeah, which means no bidding wars, but also you can negotiate seller credits, having all your contingencies in place, having your own inspection, having everything on the inspection repaired. I just had a buyer go in contract and we asked for 22 things on the inspection to get repaired. What
love
they
it.
do? They accepted it and they're fixing it all.
I just love it. So I've always bought my homes in the summer.
Yeah.
Right? And if you are looking in the springtime, you know how painful it is. You know that like you're competing against 5 other people for the same offer. You're having to give your kid up just to get the house.
I know.
You're having to pay way over asking. But in the summertime, it's totally different. There's so much more many more homes on the market, and it gives you so much more ammunition to get the things that you want and not go crazy with your offer.
That's
It's
true.
awesome.
Yeah, and there's a lot more options out there to look at.
Number 3, more price reductions are happening than ever. Okay, so normally about 20% of the homes or condos on the market reduce their prices.
Yeah.
Right now, especially in the summer, you're seeing over 30%, in some markets 30 or 40%. That's crazy.
It is, and it kind of goes hand in hand with days on market, right? So the longer you're on the market, the more you need to reduce the price because it's not selling, and anything will sell at the right price.
So putting yourself, you're a home buyer. I'm looking at you, I'm a home buyer. That's why I buy in the summer. You see homes that are sitting on the market for longer. They're reducing their prices. That means the seller's motivated,
Yeah.
and you can jump in, and when you see a home like that, you can make an offer that's more in your favor versus a seller's favor.
Yeah, sellers are nervous right now, and it's a good time to take advantage of it.
Number 4, you can get a home or condo for less than the price that's online. That's a huge deal.
Well, okay, explain what you mean by that. So say there's a house that's on the market for $1 million.
Yep.
It's been on the market for 35 days. I'm your buyer, you're my agent. I want to write an offer, what are you thinking?
So we've talked about price reductions, the timing and everything. So let's just say the home started at 1.2 million.
Okay.
And then they've already reduced it down to 1.1, a million. Now you can even get it for below that.
Yes.
We're just talking about price because we all know that one of the most important things when you're buying a home, forget about your mortgage payment and all that stuff. People will tell you that that's important, and it is. But how much you paying for the house?
That's probably the principal is probably the most important thing, I'd say.
How much are you paying for the house? So when you've seen price reduction after price reduction, now you can jump in and we're gonna get into the next point, which is awesome. Stay tuned. But now you can get it for the best price possible, and that's why you wanna buy now.
Yeah, and I think a lot of buyers actually get afraid to write offers under the list price or much under the list price because they're afraid that they're going to get like bad feedback. They're not going to get a response.
Yeah,
but an offer is better than no offer.
Yeah, I mean, your agent might say you don't want to insult the seller, and that will come up a lot. But the truth is, it's probably more insulting not to write an offer if you don't like a house. But if you're writing an offer, even if it's a little bit lower, I'm not saying the house is listed at $1 million and you write it for 200,000.
Yeah. No.
But I'm saying you write something reasonable and you start a negotiation.
Yeah.
You're gonna get that house for the best price possible and you're gonna love it. And point number 5.
I got 5. Point number 5 is concessions, and this is when you take advantage of the seller. Meaning, you can sell your home, being contingent, then buy a house. You can be contingent on your inspection, your financing, the title. When you're buying in the spring, you really can't have any contingency.
I mean, that's the point. Like in the spring, and if you're watching this and you bought your last home in the spring, or you've heard horror stories where you have to pay $200,000 over, you can't negotiate anything on the inspection, you have to raise the price like crazy. We're talking about all the opposites.
Yes.
So all the fear and all the crap that you've heard in the summertime, especially now with all the weird stuff that's going on in the world, you got to do all that.
Put the fear in the seller.
I mean, here's like, I just negotiated for a client of mine in Redmond. She was buying a home that just came on the market after 2 days, and we were negotiating with one of the top agents in the area.
Yeah.
We got it for under price. We got closing costs, $15,000 in closing costs covered.
That's great.
We got HOA payments covered.
Love
this is
that.
stuff after 2 days on market. In the springtime, you'd be like, okay, don't even talk to me about that offer. But now,
How much over are you gonna rate?
yeah, and now you're getting it under price and get all the things you want. I'm telling you, if you're thinking about buying, and I know that it's opposite of what you might think. There's a lot of fear in the world right now.
Yep.
There's fear about what's going on with the economy, potential war, but when everybody else is scared, what smart investors are doing in the stock market and what smart investors are doing, our home buyers, they're actually looking to buy now.
Yep. And how can you take advantage of these? 1, negotiating is everything. 2, don't rush. And 3, work with a local agent like us.
So if that sounds like you and you want to take advantage of the best buyer's market I've ever seen,
Then now's the time. Reach out to us, and we'd love to be your agents of choice. But thank you guys for sticking around, and we hope it was worth it.
see you soon.